We got to move on to artist of the year, but before we do, I told you we was gonna come back to Burna Boy. I just wanted you to talk about what solidified him on your list for top album this year.
Oh man, it is. Whew, that's a good question. What solidified Burna on for top album? I mean, the top three albums, I should say, is he had his first in the U.S. In the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
In the U.S. he had his first major commercial breakthrough, right? And that was Last, right? He had Last is like a heartbreak song, but people are talking like it's a love, like it's a party song. You know what I mean? It's et cetera, et cetera. And so something that happened when a few years ago, when people were talking about mumble rap, right? And people were mad about mumble rap, and I wasn't mad about mumble rap. You know why I wasn't mad about mumble rap? Because I come from overseas originally. Like I spent 12 years of my life in Africa, and there's so much good music, it never got a chance because people didn't understand what they were saying. Right?
That's what I was gonna say. Can I just say, and not to interrupt you, I always felt like it was unfair for people to be calling it mumble rap.
It was 100% unfair. No, it was 100% for unfair. But what I'm saying to you is this: I looked at it in a way where that's how people overseas listen to music in other languages, right? People in France listen to American music. People in I remember when I was in 1988 when I was 13, I spent a month in Zaire, which is now called Congo. That's where I was born, right? And I remember they were listening to Casanova, and they were listening to all these. They had no idea what the words were, right? They were even saying it wrong, right? And I remember being in Zimbabwe, and then they listened to music in Lingala or in Zulu, even though Lingala and Zulu wasn't spoken in Zimbabwe, right? And it would be great music, right? But when I came back to the States, and then especially in hip hop, you don't even give a chance. You don't even get a chance if you're in another language or from another country. It's an auto reject, right?
They wasn't even giving chances to people from other regions at a certain point.
Well, man. I know. Well, part of the reason is there's too much to choose from, right? I'm not even talking about ethnocentricity, where you only look at things from your own cultural perspective. So what happens is this. So when that happened, I said, "Oh my gosh!" When people were like complaining, like, "I don't understand what Young Thug is saying. I don't understand what so and so say." I was like, "This is how everyone around the world listens to music, right? Is they listen to also the melody, or how somebody is in the pocket with the beat, or how they can, you know what I mean? Like this is like you can dissect the lyrics and even learn somebody's pidgin or Creole or slang or et cetera, et cetera. So for me, the thing. So okay, fast forward. And by the way, Burna was around back then, like talking about 7-8 years ago. He was around back then, but the U.S. market, I should say, right? Okay, let me get to my point now. Is so overseas, he's had huge hits. Yeah. If you go to a club in London, or you go even here in D.C., they play that. It's like Dreams and Nightmares. It's like Meek, Dreams and Nightmares, in terms of the reaction and people responding. He has all these great shows. African Giant. This was a classic. It was flawless, no skips, like literally, right? So what happens is this, and then him and Puff put together the Twice as Tall during the pandemic, right? And that had some classics on it to me. Then he comes back with Love Damini, and Love Damini is just as good as African Giant. Well, it measures up, I should say. I wouldn't say just as good, needs time, etc. And then finally he's doing arenas. You know what I mean? He did Madison Square Garden. He did, Capital One. What's the name of the arena in Houston? Toyota Center. Yeah, Toyota Center. All these different things. So for me, I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like, you know what I mean? This is the breakthrough album. The same way people may talk about Illmatic, and it was written, and Illmatic might be the one that everyone says, oh, it was quality, whatever. It was written, had the If I Ruled the World, the breakthrough. You know what I mean? Like, is Hard Knock Life versus Reasonable Doubt. So for me, this is the global breakthrough. This is the moment where people are finally starting to think. And by the way, and he started as a rapper, by the way, you know that, right? Like he was just straight up rapping, et cetera, et cetera. And then the music evolved into what he calls Afrofusion, which is a mixture of hip hop, dance hall, Afrobeat, and a little bit now a little bit of pop fusion. So for me, so it's more of like what this album is in terms of that breakthrough for somebody who wants to be the next Michael Jackson. That's what he, in his heart, that's what he wants. Like, you know what I mean?